It's nice to see this game focus on the part of Prison Architect I enjoy the most, the farming, where I'm now going to run a prison that doesn't actually make any money off of prisoners. Before we get into things, I gotta say a big thank you to Paradox for sponsoring today's video and giving me access to Going Green. The base game of Prison Architect is free on Steam this weekend only, and it's also part of the Xbox Game Pass for PC. Click the link in the description to check the game out, and let's get into what Going Green has to offer. So we can now grow crops that you can either export or use as ingredients. You then also can hire farm workers, which kind of had me thinking, the very first thing I'm gonna try is, can I just build a farm? Do I need prisoners? Inmates, of course, can farm as well. They can also, of course, farm for drugs and other such things, but I'm just wondering, do we even need any inmates? And lastly, some different power options were added and the ability to sell excess power back to the grid. Let's get into it. We're going to create a new prison and we get to choose from 2 new wardens here. We have the Ecologist, who is better at green power sources and also makes more money from exporting energy, or the one I'm going to do, the Botanist. Very positive effect on prison farming, increases the export price of each crop, the chance for crops to drop seeds, and also extends the wilting and spoiling time for growing crops and harvested ingredients. And of course, we're going for the new Shepherd. Very cute. I'm sorry, I've just found this mutator. I don't know how I haven't seen this before. It's called Burn the Dead. Anyone killed in your prison will spontaneously burst into flames. Why does this exist? So we have the Going Green menu, which tells us about everything we need to know, but to start off with, we need to do the usual. We're going to need our officers, and we're going to need to start up with our warden and some research. Bloody hell, farmers are actually quite expensive. I'm starting to see why you might want prisoners now. Okay, here are solar panels, so they're pretty expensive, but before you can actually use their power, they need to go through a transformer. And then we have batteries, and then we have the power export meter, which actually lets us export the power. Let's set up a little solar array over here, just to test this all out. Something I'm jumping on early is eco-friendly. What I'm going to do here, I'll grab this now, I'll run my entire prison off of green energy, but there's going to be barely anything I need to actually run off of it, so it should be fine. Before we do that, let's see if I'm actually... Okay, I am exporting power, right? Because I've got these batteries. And there we go. So we get, what, 24, 25? Is that like done at the end of the day, I guess? We make the money at the end of the day? Ah! I have just realized something. You don't actually have to power your prison to complete the grant. You just need to not be using normal power stations. So, technically right now I'm powering my prison with eco-friendly power. God, I love exploiting the taxpayer. I'll say this, the power does not pay well. We've got, what, 30% of a battery right now, that's 153 bucks. That ain't much. Yeah, there we go, 153 bucks, that's the power export. Okay, so it all goes at once. Alright, so we're not actually going to use that right now, instead we're going to route the power back towards the prison. I wonder what the different colors mean. Alright, for now let's install ourselves a little wind turbine. There we go. This reminds me a lot of RimWorld now. Just getting the early power set up. Let's just start with 1. Every empire starts with 1 small potato. Oh, I see, you actually get 20 potatoes when you order 1. Okay, there we go. So we've planted a bunch of potatoes, that's a good start. The real question is, what happens when I go back to whoever put me in charge of this project and say, well, I didn't build you a prison with all that money you gave me, but do you happen to like potatoes? God, our staff room is just depressing. It's dirty, decrepit, bunch of couches for no reason, a single chair, a round table. I don't know what it is. I hate round tables. They just drive me mental. I think they're the worst kind of table. And then there's a toilet hidden behind the drinks machine. Look, I needed to make the farmer vaguely happy, okay? My staff room continues to look like more of a dystopia. Dear God, it's just for 1 farmer, so he'll actually plant my potatoes. Whoa, I made 10 grand though. There we go, finally. Okay, so we can now get on with building more stuff. I need more farmers, please. Also need a cook. I've just found the green energy goals, which is what unlocks the further green energy tax. So we've got purchase 3 solar panels, that gave me the wind turbine, export 1,000 units of power, the export cap is increased to 100. Oh, okay. So there's like a cap on how much I can export, and it gets higher. Damn it, this goal knew me. Fully charge 100 batteries. That increases the output of all green power sources by a factor of 2. That's really good. Wow, okay. There's help inmates pass the program, export more power. Yep, export more power. And then this one, purchase 3 wind turbines. And that then gets me the solar wind turbine item. Okay, boy, that's gonna be rough. There's a fair few things down here that are gonna help out my farm. I'm buying a compost bin. I've just realized I can actually plant the rest of my apple trees. I didn't realize I bought 5. There we go. Once these are grown, they'll give me a constant income. We can auto-irrigate crops, or we can use a drip pipe to auto-irrigate. What else? We can now get a solar wind hybrid. There we go. That thing, is that really that more efficient? It just kind of looks like a silly combination of the two. And it seems like she'd build solar or wind, not both. Basic farming is our next grant. That just means we need to plant 5 different types of crops. All right, let's get to that then. Let's see what we got. We've got some corn plants. Let's do a whole row of these things. There we go. Nice bit of corn up the top. This is just turning into RimWorld, isn't it? Oh no. I mean, not that I'm complaining. I love that game. So let's go 1 and a 2 and a 3. And damn it, I've wasted a line. I'm a fool. I'm an inefficient fool. No worse feeling. We'll plant some wheat on the other side, and to add a little something, we'll put some barley in between. I do want to do something with the drip pipes, though, just because I really like the look of them. We used to have them in my garden, actually, though they used to be buried underneath. That's the thing about living in Australia. You really have to fight to keep your lawn living. When I was a kid, like pretty much most of my life, I've actually been in a drought in Australia, and it was only quite recently that it went away. It's kind of weird, because all the time I was growing up, I was always taught that we, oh, the weirdest thing that they always told us when we were in the drought that you weren't allowed to do, because, you were like, all right, keep to short showers, try not to waste water, don't water your plants between this time and this time, you're trying to limit as much water as you can, water wastage, rather, as you can. The one thing that was always limited, and always like, you're not allowed to do this, was you weren't allowed to wash your driveway. They'd always tell you off if you got a hose out and you sprayed down your driveway. I don't know if it was like a hot topic, it was just something that the government was always reminding us about, like, just remember, don't wash your driveway. Not that any of that actually matters, because residential water usage is an absolutely minuscule percentage compared to agricultural and industry. So it was just making people feel bad so they think they were causing the drought. Ooh, that's pretty. Welcome to Australia Man Farms and talks about a drought. I mean, to be fair, the family on my mum's side are actually farmers, so I don't know if I've ever actually said that. There you go, some Rimmy facts. This is, how did I not realize this DLC is right at home for me? Gee, it already looks like the farm. 3 sheds with misshapen fields next to each other, no fences between them, no cows, of course, which was the main reason we had the farm. And for some reason we're growing apples, corn, barley, wheat, and potatoes directly next to each other. So these are the auto-gatherers. It's a basic auto-gatherer. Every 6 hours, gather and store all ingredients in a 5x5 area. Is that just like a sucking machine? Oh my god, it is. The auto scythe. This sounds terrifying. I want one of these. The auto hub. Oh my god. It's an automatic combine harvester. Now that is incredible. We need some of these. But first I'm going to put down the auto scythe just because this thing sounds hilarious. Alright, you dismantle a potato plant. I want to see the auto scythe activate. I hope it just swings in a wild circle, cutting down every plant in its path. Oh, there! Wow, that was real quick. That was really quick. That didn't really spin in a big circle, but it did go just... Whoop. God, it's gonna be hard to catch. I do want to see that in slow motion now, though. Like, well, slow motion. Normal motion, rather. I assume it just goes... Whoop. But, yeah, that only happens once every 6 hours. Okay. I don't think I'll be waiting around for that. Let's make the bottom side of this farm automatic. So we've got some sprinklers down. Next, we need the auto combine harvesters. Okay, so combine harvesters are gonna roll from either direction. God, I want to see these in action. Alright. Whoa! Look at him go! And lastly, in the center of the field, I'm going to whack down an auto-gatherer. I don't actually know if I do want it, because honestly, I think gathering is the least problematic part of farming. Bloody hell, we've already got loads of seeds. Honestly, I think at this point, like, we have so many plants down and so many farmers and the automated farming that we can probably just start massively expanding the farms and not even pay for more seeds. We're starting to make some seriously decent money out of exports as well, so is there anything else we can do? We've got advanced farming. What's this? Damn it! In order to complete this one, I actually do have to have prisoners in the facility. Alright, we'll save that one for later. I got a bit of an idea. Alright, let's just set up some good old forestry so we can start sending out some trees as per usual. Okay, it's time to get silly. Let's, here we are, about this much. Let's go say 60 meters long. There we go. I love when it takes that long to draw the room. Alright. So this will be the start. We do actually need to start a new fruit orchard as well for the bananas, but I think, hang on, is there anything else we need to grow? Let's do a quick check. So we need cabbage. Okay, so we need a new vegetable patch as well, and carrot. Okay, so we need, and tomato. Okay, so we need a big vegetable patch as well. We also need apple, peach, and banana. Right. Okay, massive expansion of the orchard. Next, we are going to build ourselves a big old vegetable allotment. There we go. So this one's going to go next door to the old farming field. And this one will handle everything we need to cover for the exports. There we go. We get some carrots in. We get some cabbages in. God, it feels like RuneScape. And what's up next? Tomatoes. Yep. And I think, is that all we need from here? Yeah, carrots, cabbages, tomatoes. We've already got potatoes. Right, I can probably expand a bit on the cabbages as well. And on the carrots, there we go. Right, now for the farm down here, I'm going to do a brick of barley. Going to do a brick of corn. There we go. But then most everything is going to be the big cash crop of wheat. Oh my god, hang on. We need to keep... There we go. Bit further. Alrighty. Actually, tell you what we'll do instead, real quick, is we're going to take the drip pipes. I'm going to do this. Oh, no. I did that wrong. Like so. Here we go, a whole bunch of drip pipes. This should save a whole bunch of labor for the farmers. Oh god, I ordered so many drip pipes that all the trucks have backed up. Because they can only deliver a few... Wait, is it one? You can only deliver one drip pipe per crate, which is 8 crates per truck, and I ordered something like 200. Oh no. Oh, that's a lot of trucks. I was wondering why it was telling me to set up a delivery area. It's because I broke my old one by overloading it with drip pipes. God, this sucker looks weird. It doesn't just actually vacuum in everything around it. We've expanded the forestry section. My accountant is yelling at me because I've done that, but more trees means more money. As we all know in Prison Architect, money literally grows on trees. Or rather, is trees. Seriously, 3 logs, 255 bucks. That's a lot of money. I know that technically it's way more efficient to be using the square sprinklers, the crop sprinklers, which go into the square. Like, that's gonna be way more efficient in terms of land to crop ratio, but damn, I just really like this look. I just really like the drip pipe look. One might even say it's got drip. Hang on a second. I think that, like, raw crops actually need to be put into boxes first before they can be exported, which is why all these crops here are just lying here, but the workmen will only take the boxes to export. And of course, to look over his holy realm, the garden gnome. This one's fresh back from space. Why does he look so creepy? I think it's the eyes. Let's give him some, like, backlighting, and let's give him, like, a floodlight that just looks over the gnome. God, that's just ominous. Yeah, I think this will keep our prisoners in line. When they do eventually show up. Don't worry, I do have a plan for how I'm going to get them in here, because I do need to turn them into farmers. Oh my god, that costs so much money. I'm just trying to make a wall of hay bales, and it's just going to make me bankrupt instead. Oh, they don't actually connect. Well, it is just literally going to be just like a line of hay bales. Currently regretting my decision. Now I have 53 hay bales. What am I going to do with them? Don't just leave hay bales in random places. Here we go. Just a hay bale over here. Just another one over here. Oh, yep, over by the solar array. There we go. Nice little hay bale. Excellent work. We'll put some on the road so the farmers can marvel at the hay bales as they drive past. Here we go. We now have a lovely topiary bush display of the warden and his 2 puppies. And, over here we have a T-Rex. Mother of God, look at all of this. There's so many. Cool, baby. I can put 100 prisoners onto this farm alone. 30 onto this one, 40 onto that, 8 onto that, and 17 onto that. Damn. Alright, I mean, like, just to collect it alone, either I automate it or I need to call some prisoners in. I think for now, let's see if I can make this, like, fully operational just without any prisoners, and then I can do the thing I've got planned when I bring the prisoners in. I think the auto-gatherers are actually more essential than pretty much anything else. Gathering takes so long. Okay, I'm creating the official hay bale storage out the back of the staff room. Here we go. Okay, we can put most of the hay bales here. We'll figure out where we want to put them later. My God, we exported $31,000 worth of crops yesterday. Whew. Okay. We're making some serious money now. We're making a lot of money now, but the good thing is we're making constant money as well. It's no longer just fluctuating really crazily, but 26k every day is a lot of money just out of some plants. So, I think we're doing pretty good. It's almost time, once I finish this cabbage objective, I think, to take it to the next stage. Started a few expansions because we're prepping up to finally actually bring in some prisoners. I think we've built a pretty decent farm with no prisoners. I think I'll consider that objective ticked and complete, but I would like to see the other part of this DLC, that being prisoners farming. Just because, frankly, I'd like to see how many prisoners I can get on here. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get 100 qualified prisoners in any reasonable time, but I think it'd be hilarious to have this place just swarming with prisoners trying to farm. Let's get into explaining what I shall call farm school. Over here we have the pantry, which is going to feed the kitchen, which feeds the canteen, which is comically huge because do you think I measure things before I place them? Of course not. Over here we have the flower garden with some roses why the hell is there some seeds here? God damn it. With some roses planted next to the fence so that if they try and climb over, they first have to get through thorny roses. We of course have just the hay bales, which will, you may notice, will become a recurring theme. There's a few of those around the place. couple of sunflowers, and a flower planter, which is just a watering can that's been used for the wrong purpose. Over here, we have the Oriental Onsen and attached holding cell, which I'm going to say is the sauna, because, you know, you always have 2 toilets in a sauna. Over here, of course, is the massive cell block, which is not that massive at all, but it is made out of wood, so it's not, it's reclaimed wood, so it's just kind of that weird, icky wood that no one really likes. Ugh. Oh, yep, here come the bosses. Alrighty. We have a laundry being set up here just so we can complete one of the grants, because I desire even more money. And then over here we have the yard. Now, this yard is great because it's got just shitloads of hay bales in it, but importantly, a bunch of bleachers from which you can watch the farm. They can watch the farmers or the good prisoners who have learned how to farm at their work, looking nice and happy, you know, getting to enjoy some fresh cabbage before they, you know, sneaking a bite. Just a full-blown mouthful of cabbage before you throw it. Oh, it'd be covered in dirt as well. Before you throw it back in the basket and give it over to the workmen for export. Now, the final part of farm school is the school itself. We have a whole bunch of classrooms, 7 in total, with a bunch of seats in each of them. And we're going to be running as many farm classes as possible. So, without further ado, let's go to incredible. Look at that. We have an absolute shitload of classes with loads of spots in each, from which our farmers can then teach the prisoners about farm safety. The problem is just getting enough prisoners to actually be interested. There's just a dog handler here being repeatedly smacked in the face by a door. Like, what are you doing? You doing okay? The dog's just fallen asleep. Oh yeah, and the canteen's got barn doors on it because I think that's really cute. Look at that. I like the look of those. Check them when they open up. Look at that. That looks real good, doesn't it? Completely useless for security, but I think it fits. Hang on a second. You absolutely just planted drugs, didn't you? Hang on a sec. I need a dog. Hang on. Yes, there we go. I just found a bunch of drugs. Oh my god, how many drugs did I just find? Within a day of the prisoners arriving, my farm went to just a grow-up for weed. Thanks, guys. Starting tomorrow, we can actually start using prisoners, and so what I'm gonna do is just, what? Holy shit, what? Well, that's concerning. Oh my god, that tunnel was How many cells did that connect to? Bloody hell. This man is smelly. Hang on a second. Search prisoner and search his cell. Smelly man. Yeah, carries smelly drugs. I got you. Oh, I'm starting to see the issue. The flower garden, it turns out, lets them steal a bunch of shit like, what's it called? Like spades and hand forks. That's how they dug so quickly. It's because the flower garden got them out. Alright, I'm sorry guys, but, your flower garden's going. We only farm for real money around here. Damn, we've had 84 prisoners finish the course with only 15 actually passing. Starting to think it's, really not that good of an idea, but if we go over here and we look at logistics, we have, wow, just like 7 guys turned up to work. Brilliant. But we still have prisoners. Look at that. They're watering the plants. They're probably growing weed. There's a serious drug problem in my prison, and I'm just ignoring it because I want to play with plants. Look at this. This is good. This is real good. I got them just assigned to this big farm here. And they're all just cleaning up this part because this is all automated down here. You don't actually need to go over there. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there for now. I really enjoyed this. It was a little weird. Like, I wasn't really expecting them to go this direction with the DLC, but I enjoyed it quite a lot because I just enjoy doing dumb things in this game that you're not really meant to do. And making a prison that isn't a prison is always a fun one. It used to just be make a lot of forestry, but that was kind of boring because it was just draw this across the whole map. This is an actual thing to do. This is involved, and I really enjoy it. I do wish the prisoners were a little easier to train in farming, though, because goddamn, I wish I could actually fill up my farms with hundreds of prisoners working. I think that'd look incredible. A big thank you to Paradox for giving me early access to this, and if you want it as well, the link down in the description is where to click. Until next time, everyone, I've been Remy, and remember, don't trust me with taxpayer money.